Hi everyone, I'm Suzanne. Welcome back. In today's video, I'm sharing with you another book outlet haul. And I'm always excited to get new books. It always feels like Christmas. And this time I was really excited for these books to arrive and to share them with my daughter. I had big plans for us to read them this spring and summer. I'm partially laughing at that now because I picked out our books for June. I do a family reads basket for my daughter and I, and those are the books that we're going to read aloud for that month. And I do that at the beginning of each month. And I forgot to put one of these books in it. Although I talked to her about it when they came, we were both excited. And I really want to see a movie based on these. So it's fun to read the book and then watch the movie. And without further ado, I'll just show you the books. This is Dr. Dolittle. Aren't those spines beautiful? The covers are beautiful. Now, I didn't even realize there was this many in Dr. Dolittle. Each book is a collection. The first one is Dr. Dolittle, the complete collection. Now, they all say Dr. Dolittle, the complete collection, and they have various stories in them. In volume 1, it's The Voyages of Dr. Dolittle, The Story of Dr. Dolittle, and Dr. Dolittle's Post Office. I'm trying to remember if they had pictures in here. Not really. Oh yeah, they have a few illustrations in here. I'm going to stop saying that because every time I say it, I can't find them. We actually already started this book and we were just being introduced to Dr. Dolittle. Okay, so here's one. I mean, they're cute. Certainly not my favorite illustrations, but I could care less because it's a story that I'm interested in. So there is 4 of these books, and I thought, hey, let's do one June, July, August, and then in September. But really, that's a little, as usual, too ambitious. But we will definitely be reading this in June and July. And I can't wait to see the movie with Robert Downey Jr. in it. It looks amazing. So definitely going to read this one over the next month or 2 months. Now, if we read it all in the month of June, you will see that at the end of the month in our family wrap up. I've already made a couple changes to our family reads basket since I made the video. So I'll definitely be doing a wrap up at the end of the month. And you can see what else we added to that, which won't surprise you based on all the book hauls you're going to see this month. I went a bit crazy, but that's about to stop after this month because I want to enjoy summer. Yeah, never say never. And this is the second book. I'll read you the stories in this one. Dr. Dolittle's Circus, Dr. Dolittle's Caravan, and Dr. Dolittle and the Green Canary. In book 3, look at the covers, aren't they? They're just so adorable. And they're really shiny, like. And the stories in volume 3 are Dr. Dolittle in the Moon. Yes, I said it correctly, in the Moon. Dr. Dolittle's Return. Dr. Dolittle and the Secret Lake. And Grab Gub's Book. Cutting my whole arm off here. Jeez. I'm supposed to be getting better at these videos the longer I film, not worse. Okay, and then the final book, which is volume 4. Included in that is Dr. Dolittle's Zoo, Dr. Dolittle's Paddle By Adventures, and Dr. Dolittle's Garden. Definitely love these. Okay, I'll move on now. Okay, I have been making separate videos for middle grade or chapter books and trying to keep homeschooling, all those things a bit separate, but in this video, I'm just throwing them all together. I don't think I have enough of each to make separate videos, so they're all mixed in together. Next, I found these adorable little books on Book Outlet. Look at the inside. Oh my gosh, they're just so gorgeous. The illustrations, I love them. So beautiful. But if you notice, that's not the only thing I'm loving in here. I'm loving the size of this book. And this is perfect for my... So this is a perfect chapter book for newer chapter book readers. Okay, now I have said that and I haven't read the words. Sometimes they might have a lot of spacing in the books, and sometimes they have a lot of spacing in the books, or they don't have a lot of words on the page, but the words are really difficult or the names are really difficult, which can be discouraging for newer readers. And I haven't really looked at this one that close to see. We started reading it and really liked it, but I never read it with that in mind. So I was reading it to her. I'd have to look back at this to determine how good it is for newer chapter book readers. Okay, so the first book is Wild Fairies, Daisy's Decorating Dilemma. So the series is Wild Fairies. And in this one, it's Lily's Water Waves. And it is just like it sounds. There's going to be a party. Everybody's suggestion to Daisy is to decorate in flowers of their choosing. So they're all different, of course. Daisy's preference was daisies. And we didn't finish it. I'm not sure what happens. I suspect what happens, but I don't know for sure. And in this book, we're introduced to Lily, who's a water mermaid. And the second book is all about her. Again, stunning. Then I looked at this a couple times on Book Outlet and didn't get it. Then I finally decided it was time. This is Yiddish Tales for Modern Times, The Land of Happy Tears. And I've really grown fond of reading tales from around the world in the last year. So I thought it would be a good book to read to Vivian and to get a different take on some tales. I wanted to say fairy tales, but I'm not sure they're fairy tales. I think they're just stories. Like I said, this haul's all over the place. The next book is Memory Making Mom. Building Traditions That Breathe Life into Your Home. And this is by Jessica Smart. It sounded like it would add some encouragement and to put a new twist on how you live every day. And for me, how I make memories with my daughter. Sometimes just a little shift in perspective has a huge result. And in our case, I would like it to be a more enchanted, cozy home. And I'll just read you the top part of this book. What's the secret to the rich, meaningful life that you're longing to have with your family? Create traditions that bring both joy and purpose. Let me know down below if you've read this book and if you like this book. Okay, I was so excited. Do I keep saying that? I'm not sure. But this book, but these couple boxes are full of books that I'm really excited to have. So there you go. Sometimes you're more excited about some than others. Okay, this is actually a cookbook and it's called The Forest Feast Mediterranean. And this is by Erin Gleason. And I have thought about doing a video of all her cookbooks and a look inside those. Maybe with some dishes or something. I don't know. If this interests you at all, let me know because I now have all her cookbooks. This was the last one that she published and I'm really happy to have this. This makes 4 of her cookbooks that we have. And she does watercolors and they're vegetarian recipes. Look, I love the fact that this was in the Mediterranean. Oh, yeah, they are a work of art. I like to look, sometimes just sit and look at these. Although I wonder sometimes if it's like watching people exercise or clean their house or something, but you don't do it. Because I'm not cooking from them. I just think they're a work of art in and of themselves. So if you like beautiful books and you like to cook, you might be interested in these cookbooks. So again, if you want to see the inside of this and the other ones that I have, please let me know. You're definitely going to see one of them this summer because one of them is for kids and I gave it to my daughter and it's going to be part of our summer projects this year. So I'm doing a video of our summer projects and included in that is some cooking and it will be from the cookbook she received last year. And I have to tell you, it was one of I've never seen her so excited to get a book. I was surprised and I'll show you all the pages that she flagged of the recipes she wanted to make because there's so many. I think she flagged the whole book. So if that interests you, definitely comment below and make sure to hit subscribe and hit the little bell to be notified when I upload new videos so you don't miss that. Okay. And speaking of beautiful books, oh my. Into the Forest, Wander Through Our Woodland World, illustrated by Jane McGinnis, and it's by Christian Dorian. I love this book. This is definitely a book for a homeschool. If you're teaching about trees, I have to admit, you could probably get me to buy any of these books with these illustrations. I'm trying to limit myself now, but we'll see. This book is all about trees. And look, forests of the world, continents. Oh my. I keep saying I'm going to make a video of all of the beautiful nature books that I have. Look at that. And I think it's time for me to do that. Oh, I get excited just looking at this, showing it to you. Look. Truly beautiful. Oh my gosh. And there's so many pages. I'm just going to tell you how many pages. Yes, 60. Oh, and there's a glossary at the back of the book. So this book really is about conservation. It's trying to encourage conservation. Oh, how to plant a tree. Yeah, so on the cover, it refers to this as a celebration of forests, and I agree. Yes, this is what I thought. So the author has a PhD in environmental education, and she coordinated the primary education program at World Wildlife Foundation UK, and she now works with the Forum for the Future, which is a nonprofit organization focused on sustainable development. And through her work, she aims to inspire children to take positive action to protect our planet for future generations. Yes, well done. Well done. I understand that these books are written for children, but this one, and I've said this for a while, there's a lot of picture books I would give to adults, and a lot of picture books I would love to receive. Now, for me, this is a picture book that I would definitely give to somebody else that was really into nature and liked beautiful books and beautiful works of art, because in my mind, I think this is all of those things, and I am so happy to get this book, and I appreciate this book, and I would look at this without a child for sure. Next, I'm going to show you a chapter book series. And this is called The Dragonling, which I had never heard of till I saw it on Book Outlet. The first one is a 4-in-1 book, and then I have 5, 6. In the first book, Derek finds a dragonling, and he feeds the dragon, and he is out to prove that humans and dragons can live together. He names the dragon Xantor, but Xantor really needs to go back to the Valley of the Dragons. So Derek risks his own life to take him there. They're going to have to prove to the humans that they can live together peacefully, and they are really out to stop the dragon quest, which is out to hunt and kill dragons, and to stop the dragon quest from hunting more dragons. There's a few illustrations in here. So they're kind of scattered throughout. It looks adorable. I'll let you know once we start to read it what we thought of that. But if you are interested, there's still quite a few on Book Outlet. I know, once again, I am not affiliated with Book Outlet. I just really enjoy their prices. And if you haven't checked out Book Outlet and you love to collect books, definitely do so. A lot of times you can get them for like between 30, 50, 70% off, sometimes more, the regular price. And what it is they're just the publishers and bookstores send their overflow to Book Outlet. And if you use, I'll put a link below, and if you use that code, you can get $10 off your first order, and I will get a $10 referral fee, which is wonderful. I can add more books to my collection. Okay, so like I said, this is book 1 to 4, and I've bought a couple of these books 1 to 4 because it gives you a chance to read a few of them and see if you like them, and they're usually at a much reduced cost. I don't know if that's because people don't want to buy them when they're in 4-in-1, or if they do it to get people attached to the characters and the stories and the series. I don't know, but I usually don't like reading them because they're a bit awkward to hold. However, When you're not familiar with the series I do, of course, I like the price, so I go for it. So again, 1 to 4. Then we have book 5, which is Dragon Trouble. And finally, we have book 6, which is Dragon and Kings. Okay, I have 3 more books to show you. And the first one is Robert Frost, Stopping by Woods and Snowy Evening. And this is illustrated by Susan Jeffers. And if you love picture books, definitely check out Susan Jeffers. Like, a lot of the books she illustrated are lovely and gorgeous. She has a lot for Christmas that I adore. This book is based on Robert Frost's iconic poem, Evoking the Quiet Delights of Winter. So this is like bringing one of Robert Frost's poems to life. I just want to show you the cover. Oops. Yeah, gorgeous. Here's some of the insides, in case you too haven't seen it. Oh. Look at that. So it's a much shorter poem. It's just a one poem by Robert Frost, but I'm definitely happy to add it to our collection. I've been looking for some new books and some new poetry for our poetry tea times. So this is definitely one. This is more of a winter read. Of course, we'll read it once because you have to. It's a brand new book. But then I'll put it on the shelf, and this will be one that I pull out for part of our winter reads and part of our poetry tea times in the winter time. Now, another poetry book that I picked up. This is Julie Andrews' Treasury for All Seasons, Poems and Songs to Celebrate the Year. And I was happy, again, to find this on Book Outlet because I have got this out of the library at least 2 times, maybe 3. It is so much fun just to look at. It's so bright and cheerful, and it has poems for all of the seasons. I think this is a great staple so that you can pull it out each season and read a few poems. And truthfully, you can read them any time of the year. But if you want a seasonal poetry book, this is definitely a fun one. And the final book I'm going to show you is Carolyn Kennedy's A Family of Poems, My Favorite Poetry for Children. And this is Paintings by John Muth. Now, I actually have another poetry book of Carolyn Kennedy's favorite poems, and I haven't had a chance yet to look and see if it's all the same poems. I hope not. Regardless, why I decided to grab it without being sure is because the artwork is totally different regardless. And these, look at these. Yeah. Another beautiful one. Oh my, inside of this cover feels, oh, look at it. That is some special red paper there. Feels like linen. And I think I'm done. Okay, that was quite the haul, and there was a lot of books all over the place. I hope you found something that you would like to add to your bookshelves. And if so, please leave it in the comments below. I would love to know. Also, if you liked the video, don't forget to hit like and subscribe and all that jazz. And I will see you soon with another bookish video.